and it's for basically a company that's trying to do something with AI. I'm not really yet sure. I'm going to have like my last stage interview with them last week. Hopefully on the next episode next week. Hopefully on the next episode I'll be able to tell if I got in. But they're going to they are building some kind of like agentic enterprise software. So I'm quite interested into that, on how they will make this. How are they planning to use this AI and agentic architecture? I myself trying to learn a little bit more about this whole agentic stuff. I have two AI agents doing outreach for me to look for creators. So I feel this is a cool feature, but AI is still kind of expensive, like energy-wise. So I feel right now maybe we'll get to a little bit more of people actually working in the field. Our field is kind of changing. I've talked with a few companies, and there are a few different approaches. Some don't even mention AI. Some like starts with AI first in the interviews. So that's interesting. I have one more question to you. Do you use Twitter and X a lot, or not really?
Not too much. I kind of I'm following quite a few kind of also indie developers and builders on Twitter, and kind of enjoy to read what they are kind of writing. But generally, I do not open Twitter often. So I would say no, probably. Because when I open, that's kind of interesting rabbit holes, and I see something that I would like to research, then I'm diving into that research. But that's, I don't know. I do not open it even every day, let's say so. And for me, all the social networks are, yes, I am sometimes kind of falling into a rabbit hole of kind of scrolling, but I don't know. For example, I didn't open a TikTok for months, maybe, or two. Instagram I open more often, but I kind of, I don't know. I need to remind myself to kind of use them as a tools, because, like, for example, TikTok could be good for research, right? I could go, let's say, I don't know, once in a week or once in a day for some specific period of time to do research, see what content works, to think what I would like to implement in my kind of marketing and so on. But I do not do that if I just do not remind myself to do that. So, I don't know. Probably I'm too old for social networks. I basically just do not fall into them so deep,
No, no worries. I don't think you're like you're missing too much. Like, I feel I am very often staying too long on Instagram or TikTok, just scrolling to. I found interesting content where I stay up, but I am very guilty of doing this mindless scrolling for too many times. So I'm trying to restrict that. But there is been happening a thing like on X. I found tons of there are some people are sharing real kind of knowledge that's kind of interesting, and I've been bookmarking and basically my X scrolling feed is like, okay, oh, that's interesting, I want to look it up later, bookmark. And because I'm usually using X on my phone, rarely use it on and that's in the evening usually. Rarely use it on the computer. I just write on computer sometimes. Either way, I've got like this list of bookmarks basically, where I have like tons of potentially good or not, maybe not really, but in my opinion, potentially good things to do. And I always thought, okay, I always want to like get through those bookmarks, and it's really hard to get through them, because whenever I open Twitter again, I go to the feed and I'm adding a few more bookmarks